It's 10 p.m. You just finished dinner. You're full. But an hour later, you're back in the kitchen, standing in front of the fridge, staring. You're not hungry. You know you're not hungry, but you eat anyway. A snack, then another, then another. And you feel terrible about it. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. You're not weak. You don't lack willpower. Your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. And once you understand why, you can actually stop it. Today, I'm going to show you why you can't stop eating at night, what's really happening in your brain, and how to fix it without fighting yourself. Because nighttime eating isn't about hunger. It's about something completely different. Let's get into it. First, let's be clear about something. When you eat at night, you're not hungry. You just ate dinner 2 hours ago. Your stomach is fine. But your brain is telling you to eat anyway. Why? Because nighttime eating has nothing to do with your stomach. It has to do with your brain. And your brain wants 3 things at night: dopamine, comfort, distraction. Let me explain. During the day, you get dopamine hits from work, from tasks, from checking things off your list. Your brain stays stimulated. But at night, everything stops. No more emails, no more tasks, no more stimulation. And your brain doesn't like that. So it looks for an easy dopamine hit. And food? Food is the easiest dopamine hit available. You open the fridge. You see chocolate. You eat it. Instant dopamine. Your brain just solved its problem. And here's the thing. This isn't a you problem. This is a human problem. When your brain is understimulated, it craves stimulation. And at 10 p.m., food is right there. Let's talk about your day. You spent the whole day being productive, being responsible, being on. And now it's night, finally, and your brain is exhausted. So what do? You eat. Because eating is one of the few activities that forces you to stop, to slow down, to just be. You're not scrolling while you eat that ice cream. You're not working. You're just eating. And for those 5 minutes, your brain gets a break. You're not using food because you're hungry. You're using food because you don't know how else to relax. And here's why that matters. If food is your only relaxation tool, you'll keep using it because your brain needs to relax. That's not optional. So if you don't give it another way to relax, it'll keep pulling you to the fridge. Now let's talk about the thing nobody wants to admit. Sometimes you eat at night because you're avoiding something. A conversation you don't want to have. A decision you don't want to make. Anxiety about tomorrow. That thing you're supposed to be doing but you're putting off. And eating? Eating gives you something to do instead. It's not about the food, it's about the distraction. You eat. And for those few minutes, you're not thinking about the thing. But here's the problem. The thing is still there. So 10 minutes later, you're back in the kitchen. Because the food didn't solve the problem, it just delayed it, and your brain knows that. So it keeps pulling you back. Let's talk about willpower. During the day, you have willpower. You make good decisions. You resist the snacks. But at night, your willpower is gone. Because willpower is a limited resource. You use it all day long. Every decision you make, every temptation you resist, every time you stay focused. That's willpower. And by 10 p.m., you've used it all up. So when you see the cookies in the pantry, you don't have the mental energy to say no. You just eat them. And then you blame yourself. But here's the truth. It's not a willpower problem. It's a decision fatigue problem. You can't willpower your way out of nighttime eating. You have to change the system. All right, so now you know why you eat at night. Dopamine crash, need for relaxation, avoidance, decision fatigue. So how do you fix it? Here's what actually works. Your brain needs dopamine at night. That's not going to change. So instead of fighting it, give it dopamine from something else. Read a book you actually enjoy. Not self-improvement, not work stuff, something fun. Watch a show you love, something that makes you laugh or gets you hooked. Play a game. Do a puzzle, something that engages your brain without stress. The goal is simple. Give your brain stimulation that doesn't come from food. And when you do that, the pull to the fridge gets weaker because your brain already got what it needed. If food is your only relaxation tool, you need another one. So here's what you do. After dinner, give yourself 15 minutes to do nothing. Not eat, not scroll, not work. Just sit, breathe, stare out the window. Let your brain decompress. Because here's what's happening. You're going from 100% productivity straight to trying to relax. And your brain can't make that shift instantly, so it grabs food to force the shift. But if you give it 15 minutes to wind down, the food craving doesn't show up, because your brain already relaxed. If you're eating to avoid something, the only real solution is to face it. I know, that's not what you want to hear, but here's the truth. As long as the thing is sitting there unresolved, you'll keep eating. So before you go to the kitchen, ask yourself, what am I avoiding right now? And if there's an answer, deal with it. Not perfectly, not completely. Just start. Send the text. Make the decision. Write down the worry. Take the pressure off your brain. And when you do that, the pull to the fridge disappears because you're not avoiding anymore. Remember, at night, your willpower is gone. So stop relying on it. Instead, remove the decision entirely. If there are cookies in the pantry, you'll eat them. That's not a character flaw. That's decision fatigue. So don't keep them in the house. I know. You're thinking, but what if I want a treat? Great, go get one. Drive to the store, buy a single cookie. But don't keep a box at home. Because at 10 p.m., when your willpower is gone, that box is getting eaten. Make the good decision during the day, when your willpower is strong. Don't rely on nighttime you to make good choices. Nighttime you is tired. Nighttime you will eat the cookies. Here's the last piece. When you eat at night, you feel terrible about it. And that guilt, that makes it worse. Because now you're stressed. And stress makes you want to eat more. So you eat again, to feel better about eating. And now you're stuck in a loop. Eat. Feel guilty. Eat to feel better. Feel more guilty. Stop. If you eat at night, don't spiral. Just notice it. Okay, I ate. That happened. And move on. Because the guilt is worse than the food. The food is just calories. The guilt is what ruins your next day. So let it go. You're human. You ate at night. It's fine. Tomorrow, you'll use one of the strategies, and it'll get easier. So here's the bigger picture. Nighttime eating isn't about hunger. It's about dopamine, relaxation, avoidance, decision fatigue. And when you understand that, you stop fighting yourself. You stop trying to use willpower at 10 p.m. when you don't have any. Instead, you build a system. You give your brain dopamine from other sources. You learn to relax without food. You deal with the things you're avoiding. You remove the decisions at night. And when you do that, the nighttime eating stops. Not because you have more discipline, because you fix the system. Your nighttime eating isn't a character flaw. It's not a lack of willpower. It's not weakness. It's your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do. And now you know why. So pick one strategy, just one. Maybe it's giving your brain another dopamine source. Maybe it's the 15-minute wind down. Maybe it's removing the snacks from the house. Start there. And when that one works, add the next. Because the goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. And every night you don't eat when you're not hungry, that's progress. If this helped, hit subscribe. I break down psychology, habits, and the things that actually work. And let me know in the comments. Do you eat at night? What's your biggest trigger? I'll see you in the next one.